Hey everyone, Dusty here, and today I wanted to make a video for those of you who have no idea what to wear during a triathlon. Now this video is just going to cover the basics of what to wear in the swim, bike, and run. And if you have any questions about anything that I went over or maybe left out, just comment below and I'll get back to you. So let's get started with the first thing, which would be a triathlon suit. Okay, so first up, as you can see, I'm in a two-piece triathlon suit. So I have a sleeveless top with pockets in the back. Now all the tri-tops that you look at, most of them will have pockets in the back, and that's just to hold like a CO2 cartridge or gel or anything like that that you want to carry with you throughout the race. And then tri-shorts are just like cycling shorts. They're going to have a chamois or a pad inside of them. They're just a lot thinner than a cycling short. That way it doesn't hold the water and it's a lot more comfortable to run in. And essentially a two-piece triathlon suit is something you would wear through the swim, through the bike, and through the run. In some of the longer events like Ironman, they'll actually have change tents. So if you want to, you could put on your cycling kit for the bike and then change into more comfortable running specific clothes for the run. Yes, you're going to have a slower transition, but you will be more comfortable. For myself, I don't care about changing into running clothes at all. I like having the fast transitions, and I actually find the tri clothing very comfortable to run in. So you also have two other options outside of a two-piece triathlon suit. Now, I don't have one in my house to show you, but essentially there's also one-piece sleeveless. So it would look essentially just like this, except it would be sewn together. So the top and bottoms would be sewn together. I would say the one benefit of going with a two-piece, especially in maybe some of those longer races, is that if you need to go to the washroom, it's really quick to just pull down your tri-shorts, whereas you'd have to unzip and try and get out of this tight, sweaty spandex one-piece to use the washroom. And then one of your last options for what to wear in the swim, bike, run for a tri-suit is a one-piece sleeveless. And this here is my one-piece sleeveless, so very similar to my two-piece. It's the same brand, same model, but this is the one-piece sleeved. And just like the two-piece, I have the pockets in the back as well. And this is definitely starting to become a trend in triathlon, is one-piece sleeved suits. They're becoming super popular. You'd be tough to find many pros who aren't wearing a one-piece sleeveless now, even from everything to short distance to all the way up to full Ironman. And if it fits you properly, it's been shown to be a little bit more aerodynamic than going with a typical triathlon suit. And I really like it because there's been many times where I've forgotten to put on sunscreen coming out of the water and hopping onto my bike, and my arms and shoulders just get super sunburnt during the race. Whereas with this, I don't have to worry about it because my shoulders, my arms are covered up the whole race. And to be honest, I just think it looks cooler. So those are your three options of what you can wear during the swim, bike, run. You can wear a two-piece tri-suit, you can wear a one-piece sleeveless suit, or you can wear what I have on now, a one-piece sleeved suit. I would definitely recommend trying a bunch on, seeing what you feel comfortable in, and go from there. Next up is the swim, so we'll get into wetsuits. Here is a triathlon wetsuit. This one has sleeves. You can also find sleeveless wetsuits, but those are becoming more and more rare. If you have specific questions about wetsuits, just comment below and I'll get back to you. But you definitely, if you're just starting out, you definitely want to be in a triathlon wetsuit. You don't want to be in a wakeboarding wetsuit or anything outside of a triathlon wetsuit. They're not made to swim triathlons in. Triathlon wetsuits are made for that. And that doesn't mean you have to drop $600, $1,000+, which some of them can actually get that expensive. Lots of tri stores will actually have a rental program, so you can probably go and rent a wetsuit for the weekend for anywhere from $20 to $50. And then sometimes they'll even take that price off if you're interested in the wetsuit then. Now I won't go over specifics of how to put a wetsuit on today or what to look for in buying a wetsuit, but just know you should be looking at a triathlon wetsuit and not something like a wakeboarding wetsuit or something outside of a triathlon wetsuit. And then of course, other than the wetsuit, you'll want your swim cap and goggles. And at every race you do, the race will provide the swim cap for you, not the goggles, although sometimes they might be in a race package. But yeah, I would bring a couple pairs of goggles, one clear if it's a dark morning, and one tinted just in case you're going to have to be sighting into the sun. So swim, pretty straightforward. You'll want a wetsuit, a swim cap, and goggles. I forgot about one more thing for the swim. Sometimes at some swim events, the water temperature will be too hot for a wetsuit, in which case you would just swim in your normal tri-suit. But there is another option. You can also wear what's called a swim skin, which essentially looks like a one-piece triathlon sleeveless suit, but it's not. It's made out of a little bit of a different material that's very hydrodynamic, and basically that means it's very slippery in the water, so the water kind of just beads or goes right off of it, making it fast, and these fit super tight. Definitely something that not a lot of triathletes have, especially beginners. But if you ever watch the Ironman World Championships in Kona, the water temperature there is always too hot for a wetsuit, and most of the athletes are wearing a swim skin. Just something to think about if you're ever going to go to a hot weather race where you know the water temperature might be too warm for a wetsuit. Now, I don't know the cutoff temperature for wetsuits off the top of my head. The cutoff temperature for a pro is a lot lower than an age grouper, and also some races will actually still let you swim in a wetsuit if the water temperature is too warm. You just won't be eligible for age group awards, because a wetsuit is like cheating. It makes you a lot faster. Now we go onto the bike. Alright, the bike is very straightforward. Of course, you're going to need a helmet. Now, you don't need a crazy looking helmet like this. This is what's called an aerohelmet, and the more you get into triathlon, the more common they'll be. Usually you don't train with an aerohelmet, but racing with it can save you a little bit of time. And then you'll want a pair of sunglasses. Now, even if it's raining or it's dark out, I'd still recommend getting a clear pair of sunglasses. That way, say it's raining out and you're descending a hill going, 60 plus k an hour, you don't want anything hitting your eyes, whether it be some rain or a bug or mud, whatever. You just want to keep everything out of your eyes and be safe. And other than a helmet and glasses, you're going to need cycling shoes. Then there will be the cleat on the bottom, and that will actually clip into your pedal. I know at least in Canada, I'm pretty sure the cages have been banned from pedals, so you used to be able to ride your bike in just your normal running shoes and put your foot inside your pedal with a cage over top. Pretty sure those are banned. I'm not sure if they're banned everywhere in North America, but I'm pretty sure they have been in Canada. So that's why I say you need cycling shoes. If you're just wearing normal running shoes without a cage and just putting your foot on it, it's not clipped in, you're going to be giving up a lot of power with your pedal stroke. But if you're just starting out and you just want to see if triathlon's right for you, then that could very well be an option. But I would definitely recommend getting a pair of cycling shoes. And one more thing, depending on which race you do, sometimes they make it mandatory to wear your race number on the bike. So in triathlon, how we put the number on is unlike running events. Usually with running events, you can just pin it onto your shirt or shorts. In triathlon, we don't usually do that. One, because our tri-suits fit very tight, and two, we're swimming, biking, and running. You don't want a pin to come loose and poke you in the chest or wherever. So I'd recommend buying a thing called a number belt. And essentially, it's just going to sit on your waist like this. Now, if you're on the bike, obviously you would just turn it to the back and then go about your bike ride. It would just be flapping in the wind. And then when you get off your bike, just turn it around to the front and get to work catching those people in front of you. Now onto the run, and of course sunglasses, your tri-suit, and I like wearing a hat. You can wear a hat or a visor. It's not mandatory, but if the sun's out, it's definitely going to prevent you from heating up. And you can put things like sponges or ice in there at some of the aid stations, and that'll help cool you down. And of course, for the run, you're going to need a pair of running shoes. So this is a triathlon specific running shoe. they have the quick laces, and the quick laces aren't only on just triathlon shoes. You can buy a pair of quick laces and put them on your normal running shoes. That just saves you from having to tie them up in transition. But all triathlon specific shoes will come with these quick laces. It makes it really easy to slide your foot in and out. Another thing about buying a triathlon specific running shoe is sometimes they're a little bit nicer to bare feet. So I can wear no socks for basically anything from a half marathon under. Once I start getting into anything over an hour and 20 minutes on the run, then I start needing to put socks on. But with these shoes, especially triathlon specific runners, they're a lot kinder to my bare feet than if I had just put on one of my normal pairs of runners. And then these ones here also have drainage holes. So sometimes you'll be running through the aid station and grab a cup of water, pour it on your head. That's eventually going to make its way down your body and into your shoe. Now if you're running in a wet shoe, wet socks, wet feet, it's probably going to lead to some blisters. Now this doesn't get 100% of the water out, but it definitely helps because there's big holes in the bottom of your shoes. Now I haven't had any issues with rocks going into this shoe specifically, but some of my other tri shoes that I've worn, sometimes you'll get little rocks that go up in the holes and it really hurts because it shoots right up into your foot. So I would look at some reviews if you're not sure whether or not a tri shoe you're looking at is right for you. And that's it. I'm pretty sure that covers all of the basics. So just to review, for all three you're going to wear either a two-piece tri-suit, a one-piece sleeveless suit, or a one-piece sleeve suit. And then for the swim, you're either going to wear a wetsuit, or if the water's too warm, you're going to wear a swim skin or just your tri-suit, and goggles and swim cap, of course. Then out on the bike, of course, you're going to wear your helmet or aerohelmet and sunglasses, dark or clear, depending on how sunny and what the weather's doing. And then also depending on the rules of the race, you're going to be wearing your race number on the bike, or you're going to leave it in transition with your run stuff. And then some cycling shoes as well for the bike. And then lastly, onto the run, of course you're going to be wearing your running shoes. Now you can either wear a normal pair of running shoes with quick laces in them, or you can buy a triathlon specific shoe, which will be a little bit kinder if you want to just nail those transitions, be fast, and maybe run without a sock. And then any sort of accessories that you want to wear on the run, like a hat or a visor, is also another option. So I know I did leave out a lot of certain types of accessories like heart rate monitors, watches, cadence sensors on your shoes, all that sort of stuff. But if you have any questions about anything I didn't go over about what you can wear during your triathlon, just comment below and I'll get back to you. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more everything triathlon running and nutrition related.